Hi, it's Tara Green. I feel like I haven't been here for a while. I guess I've been doing stuff in the country and kind of laying low and just moving with the energy. So let's see what we got here. It's already September the 10th. So moon's in Libra, but not for long. She's already in Scorpio, actually. So the deep, dark Scorpio energy. And Venus enters Scorpio as well on the 10th. Takes us into deep, deep waters, soulful waters. Scorpio is the most intense sign of all the zodiac signs. So with Venus in Scorpio and the moon in Scorpio, we're going to go deep, deep, deep diving, okay, into our souls, into sexuality, fear. PMS is what wants to come up to me: obsession, control, secrets, all manipulation, dark side, Scorpio, all that stuff, right? And the positive side too. Lots of shadow work. Okay, so the moon into Scorpio, 2:05 a.m., that's Eastern Daylight Time. Mercury in conjunct Uranus in Taurus around noon, again, Eastern Daylight Time. So communications issues, stubbornness, somebody's going to try and placate, but somebody might be in a bit of a trickster mood is what's coming to me. So the Scorpio moon squares Saturn in Aquarius. And so, again, those deep, dark emotions can hide behind a big wall of coolness and really fool you, because that's what Scorpio is good at. They're spies, they're, things like that. That's what they like. So Venus enters Scorpio, 4:39 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And so, of course, Venus in Scorpio takes us into the deep, feminine, sexual nature, which is kind of unstoppable, actually. So Venus will be in Scorpio until, let's see, November the 5th. Okay, November the 5th. So, that's pretty much almost a whole month of Venus in Scorpio. So exploring your sexuality, but even more exploring the soul. Scorpio is traditionally all about death, not even about sex. It's just about facing the mysteries of death. And because everybody's dealing with death, but not dealing with death because of COVID, this is when you really have to go and face it. It's one of the most real Hindu practices. Tantric sexuality is death of the ego. Kali would be the kind of perfect Venus in Scorpio. It's Lilith as well. Lilith rules Scorpio, I would say. So lots of stuff going on there. Now the moon will in conjunct Chiron and Aries. Sounds like the perfect start there, actually. Because Chiron and Aries is the defensive ego, which really has to be broken down. And what we resist persists. So the moon opposes Uranus and Taurus. Again, expect the unexpected. People are going to be a little bit, again, stubborn. Okay, so that card just flew right up there. All right, so this is the beautiful Muse Tarot here. This is the card of Temperance, the number 14. So, it's a very non-traditional deck. The woman who created it, Canadian designer. There's no male energy in this. And Temperance is traditionally about balancing the opposites. So in most traditional tarot decks, the angel is, pouring two different elixirs, or the masculine and feminine, together in the Thoth deck. It really is the balance of the masculine and the feminine. So it's also alchemy. So balancing those opposites, again, looking at your shadow. You really want to make good use of Venus and Scorpio and really examine your soul on the deepest levels. There's going to be some major shifts coming up. We're getting into the last quarter of the year. We're almost at the autumn equinox very soon. So think about what needs to be tempered or balanced in your life. So what we project out onto other people are just our own shadows, and there's a lot of shadow projection going on these days. Okay, so I'm going to pick 4 cards. This is going to be a Venus and Scorpio, actually. So what the lessons are for each sign. So I would start with fire. So for the fire signs, that's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The Temperance card was the first card for you. So again, not getting too overwhelmed with the emotions. Fire and water don't mix, but they balance each other out. Okay, so then for the earth signs, you get the High Priestess, the number 2. So this is like the moon. So she's very, again, feminine, internal, secretive, mysterious. Earth signs are very practical. So this is for the earth signs. You need to go deep into your sexuality, into the connection to the divine feminine, to the receptive. Earth signs are receptive anyway. Listen to your intuition. Really pay attention to your dreams. A lot of shadow material can come up through your dreams if you dream of it being, they're pretty common, chased by Nazis or sexual dreams. Sexual abuse stuff might come up, and that you'll have to deal with that. This is about boundaries as well. A priestess holds the boundaries between the worlds. She stands in the twilight space, the liminal space between the worlds. And so Taurus, you have to learn to do that. You tend to be, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you tend to be a little bit too much in the earth plane. This is where you need to go into the woo-woo planes. I don't usually use that word. Okay, so then for the air signs, this is all Venus and Scorpio, remember that. Okay, Venus and Scorpio, and then for air signs. Okay. All right, there's actually 2 cards that came up here. Air signs are dual in nature, so let's deal with that. So for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, you get the number 17, the star, which is the symbol of Aquarius in tarot, and the number 20, awakening. So these 2 cards here for the air signs, how appropriate is that? The 20, awakening, is traditionally called judgment, like Judgment Day, but I like the symbol of awakening because it's like the death and rebirth, which is really Scorpio's whole deal. Death, rebirth, recycling, being like the phoenix that rises from its own destruction, which is, we could say we're going through that right now. So the star, it's about wishing on a star, it's about being positive and hopeful and really channeling down those cosmic energies. I think that's good advice for all of us right now because we're kind of a little too overwhelmed by things going on in the air, too much information, too much, what's really true and what really isn't, I'm going to move that stuff over. Okay, so the air signs got 2 cards there because they are dual nature. Okay, so that's fire, earth, air, and now we're going to do the water signs. So Scorpio, of the 3 water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Cancer is the mother. Scorpio is the death mother. There's the life-giving mother and the death-bringing mother archetype. And Pisces is the true spiritual sign. Okay, so this is you're the only sign here who did not get a major arcana. This deck was very thoroughly mixed, so the fact that we got 4 major arcana, there was a big deal. So water signs, you get the 2 of inspiration. Now this is fire. So the 2s again are about balance. Things are not in opposition. Things are always in complementary pairs. So Scorpios and Pisces and Cancer, you need to step back a bit and not be overwhelmed by your emotions, but get into the fiery side of it, get into the inspiration, get into what triggered things in the first place, what triggers your emotions. So get to the point where you can really kind of understand that so you can work with it a little bit better because you tend to be overwhelmed emotionally. And there is going to be a very big Pisces full moon September the 20th with the moon at virtually the last degree of Pisces. So that represents a very big karmic releasing, letting go, finishing of major life lessons. And I'm going to do a Pisces full moon. It's the harvest moon, full moon magic workshop on the 19th, the day before. So if you'd like to join me there live on Zoom, I'm going to just put up the information about that. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Going to be very interesting. So all of these cards for Venus in Scorpio. Okay, so again, I'm going to just go over this. This is for fire signs. You get Temperance, the number 14. Earth signs, you get the number 2, the High Priestess. Air signs get the Star and the Awakening. And water signs get the 2 of Inspirations. Okay, so if you're a Scorpio, of course, you get to bring on all the love. You get to be the sexy devil. You get to go into your depths. You get to throw tantrums. You get to be obsessive. People love you. You get to go into the dark side. You get to be more dark. You have to embrace the dark, embrace the blackness. That's the void, the crucible, the original cauldron, our mother's wombs that we all come out of. So if you want to get in touch with me, I'm at taratarot.com. Please follow me on my blog at infinitynow.wordpress.com. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok sometimes too. Please subscribe to me here on my YouTube channel. I just passed 777, which is nice, but I'm aiming to get to 1,000 finally so I can upgrade that channel. So wishing you all the best blessings.